In the arena of dreams, where heroes are made, Zero, Anthony, Caesar, Tonga lead the crusade. With Bobby beside, the energy's high. Uncut's the platform where legends never die. Uncut, where the stories unfold. Wrestling for you, the battles are bold. From the highs to the lows, every move, every show. Tune in, feel the thrill, let the adrenaline flow. So join us each week for the action and fun. Uncut with Bobby, the journey's begun. Wrestling for you, it's more than a game. It's a legacy, it's glory, it's the ultimate fame.
Yes, hello, yeah. So as you can see at the end of the intro again, which I decided to put on this week, was Mr. Joe Hendry, and there's a reason for that, which obviously we'll get into shortly. But yeah, welcome back to Zero Uncut again this week. Recording slightly later this week than normal, but that's because of a few things that we've had going on. So yeah, but it's fine.
Just happy to be here today.
Yeah, because we weren't even sure whether we'd be recording today either, but you know.
Almost didn't happen, but hey.
Yeah, almost didn't happen today, but that's obviously gone there. So yeah, so again, it's I'm Zero as normal.
And I'm Bobby. What's up, everybody?
Yeah, what is up? So yeah, so obviously we've just come off of the Royal Rumble event, which we'll get into shortly. There's one thing though that I found quite interesting this week. Roman Reigns, I don't know if you've seen the interview yet, but Roman Reigns has done a interview, and in said interview, he was asked about whether he would win whether he would want to win any championships again. After saying that was saying that basically he wants to go for Cody and everything like that on a previous occasion. Whereas, quite interestingly, now Roman has officially confirmed that he is going to go. Well, not officially said that he's going to go for it, but his next challenge is to go for the World Heavyweight Championship and elevate up that title. Basically, his exact wording was, if WWE know what to do, they will have me win the World Heavyweight Championship and they'll have me challenge for it because they know that I'll be the one to elevate up that championship. So that's basically Reigns there confirming that he will be winning the World Heavyweight Championship at some point.
And then he's going to Raw.
Well, he's already on Raw anyway. Netflix want him on Raw. When Netflix want him on Raw, that's the thing.
Yeah, but he was on Raw the first week and he hasn't showed up since.
Yeah, he's now obviously off on injury now, isn't he? But of course he's not injured, but as we all know. But
well, he was supposed to show up the Raw. Was it the Raw before Mania?
Yeah,
Raw before Mania. Raw before the Rumble.
Yeah.
Remember? Yeah, with the 2K25, and he just couldn't be bothered.
Yeah, but so he is officially now meant to be a Raw star anyway. So I mean, he's going to be on that. So yeah, and he wants to go for the World Heavyweight Championship now. So that's yes, that's going to be quite interesting. That's going to be quite interesting there. I mean, I can see. I sort of agree that if he wins that championship, then yes, he will elevate that title up big time.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like, yeah. Obviously, the funny thing is, obviously when Seth was holding it, he was calling it like the jobber title and the the title that you go for because nobody could nobody got that one. Yeah. So then, as soon as Roman wins that title, then what's he going to become, a jobber, or is he just going to he'll elevate that title up, won't he? So that's the thing. It just means that obviously they need to find someone to do it now. From my understanding, it's meant to be at SummerSlam. Obviously, the first 2 nights SummerSlam this year is meant to be there. So they have, you got to think, if they have Roman win the World Heavyweight Championship on the first ever night 2 of SummerSlam, that'd be a big talking point. So that's where I can, that's why I can see it happening there. Yeah, have that match, maybe Roman versus Seth for the World Heavyweight Championship. For that one there.
And then Cena
finally have that one back. Side. Well, that's obviously if Cena does win the championship, which I don't think he is. He has to, you think?
I don't care if he holds it for a month. I really don't. But you gotta get 17, man.
The stupid thing is though, right, is obviously talking about all these championships. Now, I've been laughing the past couple of days because there's been so many reports out. Obviously now they're saying that the Mania matches, apparently there's now a leak, or there's one rumor which is out now saying that one of the matches is going to be Roman, Seth, and Punk, because Roman and Seth are going to fight and then Punk's going to challenge him for.
No,
Right.
I don't like that.
And and then but now today there's now been another one which has come out, which I don't know who's leaked this one originally, but this has come out from somebody else now as well today. Is it's now meant to be Roman, Seth, Punk, and Cody now instead in a fatal four-way for the world heavyweight for the undisputed championships. Now, as I've been saying to people online, there's so many leaks out at the moment. Triple H is literally holding these plans to his chest. Nobody's going to know what the plans are until they actually announce it on there.
You know what they should do?
What's that?
I wouldn't even mind this. You do, and this because Roman, Seth, and Punk, a random triple threat for nothing, is not a good idea.
No.
But you somehow, all right, let's just say Punk wins the chamber, whatever.
Yeah.
Somehow Punk gets not tricked into, but, coerced into putting his title shot on the line at WrestleMania. Night 1.
Yeah.
Punk versus Roman versus Seth. Triple threat. Winner goes to night 2 to face Cody.
Yeah. Well, this is the thing is,
I don't mind because it's for something.
Yeah, well, this is something else as well, which I was trying to bring up as well. Is I don't know if people have been noticing this, but I've certainly picked up on this, and I know a few others have. Is originally, obviously, at the press conference after the Rumble, Jay originally challenged Gunther, and then come Monday Night Raw, he suddenly forgot that he had challenged Gunther, and now he doesn't know who he's challenging for it. And on commentary, they've made it very clear that it's the Elimination Chamber is for a title shot at a title for which one Jay doesn't pick for it. So they're teasing basically now that Jay versus Cody.
But they're also teasing Charlotte versus Julia, which we know is not happening.
Yeah, I mean they're doing quite a lot of stuff. Obviously, it's obviously this is what I've been trying to say is where they're doing all these teasing and stuff now. WWE are doing it on purpose to swerve everyone off the proper Mania plans. This is the thing is that they're putting angst, and then everyone goes, "Oh my god, it's now such and such." This is probably where this bloody fatal four ways come from now because they're swerving it that way.
Do you know what I just thought of?
What?
So you know how Charlotte said, "Well, I'm going to go to Raw, I'm going to go to NXT, and I'm going to go to SmackDown."
Yeah.
Jey Uso has said nothing about going to NXT because of who the current NXT champion.
Yeah, over Femi. Yeah.
Jey Uso's like. Yeah, never mind. That ain't happening.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Just.
That's what he should have said. He's like, I was thinking about going to NXT, but then I realized who the champ is, and I'm good on that.
I mean, I'm very surprised that they haven't incorporated TNA into this and teased them showing up on TNA.
I have a theory about TNA, and I can't say it's my theory. I heard this, but you want me to go into it?
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, might as well before we get into Rumble and everything. Yeah.
So WWE is helping TNA try and get a TV deal, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you hear what Hendry said about him chatting with Cena?
He wants to challenge Cena, doesn't he? He wants to face Cena.
Match with Cena this year.
Yeah.
Let's just say they get TNA a TV deal somehow this year.
Yeah.
On the first episode of TNA, you do Cena versus Hendry for the TNA Championship.
Yeah, I mean, I could see a massive swerve here coming in, and I could see Cena not winning the Chamber, and instead he faces Hendry at WrestleMania, and that because in that way, then he's still in a title match. He's still in a title match, and you then get that match then where Joe Hendry gets Cena like what he wants. Because you've got to think about it, that will elevate up TNA big time, especially to say John Cena versus Joe Hendry. You've got John Cena versus bloody TNA champion at WrestleMania rather than anywhere else. The biggest stage out of all of wrestling, and you have that match
possible.
happening. I mean, I can see that. I can see it. To be fair,
Yeah, because they would need time to get a TV deal done, and
yeah, that won't obviously be this year and everything like that. So
yeah,
I can't see him facing that one on then. That's just obviously just my thought is, maybe obviously like what you said, maybe Punk wins the Chamber or something, or you have that, and then Cena's then like, oh well, I don't know what else I can do. Oh, I know. Hold on a minute, and then like he remembers that Joe Hendry's challenged him, so he goes, fine, I'm going to go and like try and win the TNA Championship, and then he challenges Joe Hendry for WrestleMania.
They better. I swear, if they count that as number 17, I'm gonna be irate.
I mean, that's obviously if he wins it, because could you really see John Cena showing up on TNA?
because then we have a problem. Because if they're counting that, Ric Flair is like, excuse me.
Yeah.
Because I know he won the World TNA title at some point when he was there.
Yeah. Yeah. but no, yeah, that's just been niggling in the back of my head that maybe that's like, maybe that's what's happening is they're teasing up Cena and stuff like winning all these ones, and then finally he's not going to win the Elimination Chamber or anything like that, and then. Joe Hendry wouldn't have said that for no reason, because we all know what WWE are like. If stars are being challenged, then there's some plans for it. So I personally could see Joe Hendry versus John Cena at WrestleMania, and that for the championship there, personally.
It's possible, and then that opens the door for Cena to win the championship in New Jersey.
Yeah. Yeah,
which I will be there, so that would be cool.
Yeah, because then if he then saying like he then ends the saying like then he fails again at Joe Hendry, that number one elevate up Joe Hendry, because then John Cena's put him over. This is what I'm thinking. If you've had the Cena rub, you're over. I don't care what anyone says. You're over, aren't you? Basically, and that for that one. So losing to John Cena at WrestleMania as well would be a massive push for Hendry. And then that will elevate up TNA, which is what the whole purpose of it is, to try and elevate up TNA. I can just sense it happening. It's just something that, it's just been in my mind the past couple of days, obviously, for it is, that's potentially the play which they're going for it. So, doing that way. So then Cena elevates up, Joe Hendry elevates up TNA in the process, and then sort of does it that way. Because just imagine it, Cena rocks up on a random TNA.
That's what I was thinking.
Or they advertise Cena for a random TNA. Those races will be through the fucking roof. They will be. That one, I would say. But I don't know. Obviously, we won't know yet. We'll find out it's about 2 weeks, is it? Is it 2 weeks in Elimination Chamber?
No.
2-3 weeks?
A little more than that. March 1st it is. So what's today? February?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because we've got NXT Vengeance Day first, haven't we? So.
Yeah, that's like a week away. Yeah, 10 days. 9 days.
That'll be covered on next week's show. That one will be. Yeah, we'll be covering that one on next week's show. Yeah, but no, yeah. So that's everything there. So Royal Rumble now then. So we've just come off the Royal Rumble match. So we'll get into the main Royal Rumble matches at the end. But first of all, let's go through the other ones. So we had DIY versus Motor City Machine Guns in a 2 out of 3 falls match for the WWE Tag Team Championships. Obviously, DIY are still champions. After that, I obviously mucked up on that one because I said Motor City Machine Guns. I was so confident on that as well, and I failed. So, Bobby, I know, has results, so we might as well get Bobby to read off the other ones, including CJ's and Leo's, obviously, who aren't on this stream today.
Yeah, for that match, Leo, CJ, and me all picked DIY. Zero, like he said, picked Motor City Machine Guns, and then the aftermath was weird, or the end of the match was weird with the Street Profits helping.
Yeah, the Street Profits, yeah.
And I was like, okay, this is interesting. Where are they going to go with this? Because like DIY maybe hired them to be hired help, and I was like, oh, okay. 2 minutes later, Street Profits beat them up. I was like, oh, okay.
The funny thing about that one is, though, was everyone was saying, I know at the end of last year, is that the Street Profits were not re-signing and everything like that. They were gone. They were going to be gone come January and stuff like that, basically, and that there was no creative plans for them because of all this and all that. And it's just like, well, that's just obviously like, showed everyone up, and all these people who are reporting that showed everyone up there. So yeah, so that's that one. The next one then we had then was Cody Rhodes versus Kevin Owens for the undisputed WWE Championship and the Wind Eagle Championship belts. In which Cody is still the undisputed WWE champion. That was actually a really good match. There was a couple of spots in there where we were like, "Holy hell!"
God.
Yeah, they both come out of it apparently injured. Obviously, Cody's is kayfabe. I'm not sure about KO, but yeah, no, some of those spots in there were just, oh Christ.
That's one of those matches that you said that both of them come out of it injured. It's like, yeah, I can see why.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, and we got the tiny ladder spots as well back. We got the tiny ladder spot. That for it. So,
yeah. But dude,
tiny ladder.
And y'all know I'm not a big Cody Rhodes guy at all, but
yeah,
I had to respect him for that match. That was both him and Owens.
Yeah, I was actually about to say that. It's like he's the
nope. He put his body on the line in that match, and like I said, the fact that he's hurt after the fact doesn't shock me whatsoever.
Yeah.
Take some time off, Cody. Take some time off. It's fine. It was
really good. Well, he's on SmackDown, isn't he, this Friday? So, because Jay's meant to be meeting up with him, and he's also meant to be addressing his future with the.
I mean, I guess him doing a promo won't hurt, but like wrestling wise, just take some time off.
Yeah, this would be nowhere. This would be nowhere. What I could imagine it. They come out on Friday or something like that. Jason says, "Cody, I want to challenge you," and Cody goes, "Oh, I was actually just about to drop the belt."
Jay's like, "I want to challenge you right now."
Yeah,
you're injured, so I'm going to take advantage. Cody's like,
"Let's go." Yeah, then someone said no, fine, stuff like that. But
Cody's like, okay.
Yeah. So obviously we've covered those other matches in between. So now we're getting to the actual main Royal Rumble matches. So we have the Women's Royal Rumble. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to read off the entrants as they came out, obviously, just as we go down, and obviously discuss some of them. So we had opening the show with Io Sky. Well, it opened up with Io Sky, followed by Liv Morgan, Roxanne Perez, Lara Valkyria, Chelsea Green, B-Fab.
Lyra Valkyria with a wardrobe malfunction.
Oh yeah, with a wardrobe malfunction. Yeah, so yeah.
I was
Green,
like,
Chelsea Green, B-Fab, Ivy Nile, Zoe Stark, Lash Legend from NXT, Bianca Belair, Shayna Baszler, Bayley, Sonya Deville, Maxine Dupree, Naomi, Jada Parker, Piper Nevins, Natalia, then Jordan Grace, obviously new WWE signee, Michin, Alexa Bliss on her return at number 21.
I love how they had the Michin to break up the surprises.
Yeah.
Even though everyone kind of knew Jordan Grace was coming, but...
Yeah, that's it. So Zelina Vega, Candice LeRae, Stephanie Valkyria from NXT, Trish Stratus, obviously Hall of Famer, Raquel Rodriguez.
Yeah, didn't see that one coming.
No. Charlotte Flair, Julia, Nia Jax, and then finally number 30 was Nikki Bella for that one. So, and obviously...
They messed with the crowd so hard on that one.
They did.
The clock ran down, a few seconds of silence, it cuts to the ramp, and then you're like, oh, Nikki Bella, okay.
Yeah, because I seen it as soon as it came down to that, everyone was like, holy shit, it's AJ Lee, because this is like the start of her entrance, and it's like, no. I
thought AJ, I thought Becky, I thought Jade Cargill. I was like, all right, one of those three we're probably going to get.
Yeah.
No. Nikki Bella was not in my mind.
No, yeah, and of course that match was won by Charlotte Flair.
Yep.
Tiffany, definitely Tiffany, isn't it? She's going for definitely.
So Charlotte Rhea, we've seen twice at WrestleMania. Don't think we need to see that again.
No.
Charlotte Julia is enticing, but Charlotte went for the NXT title last time.
Yeah.
I think Charlotte Stratton is the way to go. And hopefully, Charlotte loses to Stratton
I don't think she will. I don't think she will personally.
I know. Hopefully,
Yeah.
I wishful thinking.
I'd seen something the other day, and it got me thinking. I was like, maybe in that, right? And they turned around and said, they go, what's the better? Is it with Charlotte's ego? She turns around and says, I can't decide which one I want. I want all three. And then she makes it so that all three titles are on the line, and she walks out of WrestleMania. So it's like winner takes all. Winner takes all of that. Charlotte walks out as a triple champion. I was like, that could work. That could work. And the thing is, as well, is Bully Ray or Bubba Ray Dudley. He actually said on that Busted Open Radio, he said, he goes, if I actually had the pen, I would follow through with that, and I would actually have Charlotte win all three titles.
No,
he said I would have Charlotte win all three titles and have her as the ultimate heel. For it,
She's gonna be the ultimate heel. She's already the ultimate heel, one way or another. The crowd is not into her, probably because they don't recognize her with the new face.
Yeah.
Somebody made a comment. They were like, "Why did the three faces of Charlotte enter the Rumble?" And I was like, "Oh God!" I was like, "Well,
yeah."
She just looked.
Well, of course, that's also come after her breakup with Andrade, isn't it? Because they're no longer married. So that was a green card situation.
Yeah, and Andrade lost his wallet in New Orleans, in Indianapolis.
Yeah, I can see that being a green card situation. That one was. I do hate to say it, but I can see it being that way. I don't know, maybe.
Yeah. Well, WWE would sponsor his green card because they employ him, right?
Yeah, but still, I don't know. They could get him over here on a temporary work visa, but then if he's married, he gets permanent residency, doesn't he? WWE could only get him over here on work. Could only get him over there on work visas for it.
Do they take away the permanent green card if you get divorced? I don't know.
No. Once you've got it, you've got it. Once you've got it, you've got it. Basically.
So I think he's good to go.
Yeah. It'll be over there now, and that, like I said,
he got it in the mail, and he's like, "All right, Charlotte, we're done.
Let's go. Yeah,
pack your bags and get out."
Yeah, that's what it is, isn't it? Yes, that's that. Yeah, so that was the Women's Royal Rumble. What did you think about it in the end? Obviously, lackluster for some of the surprises, obviously, stuff from Alexa and stuff like that.
So I stayed off of Twitter all day, so I would be surprised. Lash Legend, okay, that one, whatever. That didn't really shock me. Roxanne didn't really shock me. Jada Parker, I was like, wow, okay.
Yeah.
Julia, I was like, wow, okay. Vicar, I was like, oh. Alexa Bliss.
Yeah.
That literally came out of nowhere, and I don't know if you saw the story about the what do you call them? Not hairdressers, the stylists, I guess.
Yeah, stylists. Yeah.
They didn't even know she was showing up.
No.
Like she got in the chair and they were like, "You're here?"
Yeah.
Like that's how last minute it was.
Yeah. But no, they So yeah, no, that was that one. One of the.
Did you see that story or no? The contract offer?
I've seen a couple of bits and pieces. Yeah, I've seen a couple of things, but
they threw one last Hail Mary up at her Friday night, and Alexa
5
said,
a.m.
okay,
or something, wasn't it?
Yeah,
5 a.m.
There's something. Yeah, Alexa was like, "Okay, deal. See you in Indy." And So
obviously the last four in that match was Charlotte Flair, Nikki Bella, Roxanne Perez, and Nia Jax. So that was the final four there. How did we do on our prediction thingies for the women's one? Because you've obviously got it there. So
none of us got 1, 2, or 30. I'm sorry. Wait, none of us got 1 or 2 right on the women.
Right. Yep.
You missed Roxanne coming in at 2 by 1 spot.
Yeah.
And I see why you did what you did. So, I missed it completely with Bianca and Jordan Grace, Leo, Lyra, and Zoe. CJ said Bailey and EO, which EO not far off. And then he got Nikki Bella right at 30. I don't know what he saw that none of us did.
Yeah.
But he got that right.
Yeah. Did you want to know something quite interesting as well about these Rumble matches? Basically, you know, before the entrants came out, they were basically being spoiled already.
Oh,
because
really?
because ISHO Speed was backstage in Gorilla, and as everyone was showing up, he was filming them actually arriving in Gorilla. So
Oh.
everyone knew, like even before the countdown clock started. Like literally, there was people in that in the Discord server now, obviously, which I run. There's people in there literally just going, next is such and such, and it was because ISHO Speed was literally on his live. I don't know why they allowed him to do it, but yeah, he was literally in his live,
Yeah.
like just literally just filming
No,
it.
no
For
wonder
him.
why Braun
Yeah.
Breaker murdered him. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, he was literally there filming it in Gorilla at the time, doing his live, and you could literally see everyone just walking into Gorilla who was next, and that them lining up ready to go.
Triple H
So.
pulls Braun Breaker aside. Triple H pulls Braun Breaker aside. He goes, "I need you to spear him as hard as you can." And Braun Breaker goes, "Okay, boss." And Triple H puts his hands on his shoulder. He goes, "No. I believe you. I think you misunderstood what I said. I need you to spear him as hard as you possibly can."
Yeah. And he did. Yeah, but we'll get into that one in a second. But yeah, so
if you could have seen my reaction once Braun Breaker started running the ropes, I was like, "Oh dear God, here we go."
He's about to be killed now. So yeah, but yeah, so men's Royal Rumble now. And so this main evented the show. So we had Rey Mysterio and Penta open up. So obviously Rey Mysterio was
1 and 2. A cool 1 and 2.
I didn't think about that. I did say that Penta was probably going to be doing a massive run or whatever and having like a good showing. I can't remember.
That's why I picked him to be number 2. Or no, I picked him to be number 1.
Yeah, but he came out number 2 with it. Yeah, and then obviously it was Chad Gable at number 3.
Wait, do you want to hear who my number 1 and 2 were?
Yeah, go on. Yeah.
I picked Penta to be 1. And I picked Jey Uso to be number 2, thinking, okay, he's going to get the entrance. Maybe he'll be in it like 30 to 45 minutes. Oh.
yeah, close, wasn't it? But no. So I'll start again. So it was Rey Mysterio, Penta, Chad Gable, Carmelo Hayes at number 4, Santos Escobar, Otis, Braun Breaker, and then we had ISHO Speed after Akira Tozawa came out and obviously got took out on the ramp. Sheamus then came out. We then had Jimmy Uso, Andrade, Jacob Fatu, Ludwig Kaiser, The Miz, and then everyone exploded when this exploded.
Say his name and he appears.
There we go, yep. So we had Joe Hendry at number 15. I had to play that one. So I do, that had to be done. But
I was like, he's gonna come eventually here, and then number 15 dead smack in the middle of the Rumble. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, that place erupted. I listened to that pop as soon as that as soon as his entrance went off, as soon as you heard that say his name and he appears, that place literally erupted. And that for it. And he had a good showing as well. Obviously, just after Joe Hendry as well, we had Roman Reigns. So that was 2 good ones back to back there. Joe Hendry followed by Roman. Then Drew McIntyre, Finn Balor, Shinsuke Nakamura, and then Jey Uso at number 20. AJ Styles came back from injury.
That was
Braun Strowman then came back from injury as well.
Do you realize? Well, Braun Strowman was,
Yeah.
I realized. Well, I didn't realize. A podcast pointed this out. They use number 21 now as the surprise spot.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
Edge, Styles, Bliss.
Yeah. I mean, as well, did you see the other thing as well, which I was pointing at, which I've noticed about this one as well? AJ Styles, literally like 2 weeks or so ago, he put out saying, "This injury's kicking my ass. I don't know when I'm going to be back."
Yeah.
Then of course, he obviously then came back and like 2 weeks after that. So he's like,
and he did get legit messed up.
So that was 2. Yeah, so that was 2 returns back to back there, which was obviously AJ Styles and Braun Strowman, and then John Cena came out at number 23. They missed a trick there. They should have had Cena at 17. They should have had John Cena come out at number 17.
Yeah, that's why I thought that was a good idea. But who ended up being number 17? Was it Drew?
It was Drew McIntyre at 17. Yeah, but then again, Drew McIntyre's a troll, so he probably done that on purpose. Yes. Yes, we had John Cena at 23.
They should have had Ric Flair at 17.
They should have done, shouldn't they? Yeah, that's what they should have done. Whacked his music, had his music start playing. Well, had his music start playing in that, and then like then John Cena instead comes out. It'd be like, you know.
Could you imagine just the sheer, not panic, but the sheer, what is going on? If Flair's music hit right after the countdown, like, what?
I know, like, really? He said he wants one final match, so let's have him get killed in the middle of the Royal Rumble match.
It's like, I got one more in me, baby.
Yeah. So that was John Cena at 23, CM Punk at 24, Seth Rollins at 25, Dirty Dominic Mysterio at 26, Sami Zayn at 27, Damian Priest at 28, LA Knight at 29, and Logan Paul at 30. Now, talking about Logan Paul at 30, did you see the other thing that Logan Paul said as well?
No, I hated Logan Paul at 30. I'm not gonna lie.
But Logan Paul in a interview, I can't remember who it was, but he turned around and he literally goes, if The Rock had showed up at 30 and it took my 30 spot, I would have literally quit WWE. And after that, everyone was like, Dwayne, why did you not show up at 30? Literally, Logan Paul said that, and everyone was like, Dwayne, why did you not show up?
Logan, you're not very well liked in the wrestling community.
Because that's what he told me. He goes, if Dwayne had showed up at 30 and that and took my number 30 spot, you know, that coveted number 30 surprise spot, that would have been like, you know, I would have quit WWE, and everyone was like, please, Dwayne, why did you not show up, Dwayne, please? Excuse for it. So, yeah, it's it was quite funny, actually. But yeah, so the final four in the men's Royal Rumble match was CM Punk, John Cena, Logan Paul, and Jey Uso, with obviously Jey Uso eliminating John Cena to win the Royal Rumble. Now, I didn't expect that. I seriously thought that obviously that John Cena was going to, as soon as it came down to those final four, and that I was like, yeah, Cena's got this. And then it was then like, actually, no. As soon as Jey put it over the top rope, I was like, what? As soon as Jey obviously won, I was like, what? So, but how did we get on with the predictions and everything on there? Anyway.
Oh wait, I just realized CJ did win. We're not tied. I crossed out Logan for 30.
Oh, fair enough. All right, yeah, he's just working out. So how did we get on with the thing? Because obviously you've got it there.
Yeah, so CJ won with 7. I finished in second with 6, 0, 5, Leo 4.
Yeah, fair enough. So yeah, I done pretty bad again as normal.
Even though technically CJ said Rock or Logan, I don't know why we're going 2. But
yeah,
whatever.
I mean that's that. But yeah, so
I told y'all Rock wasn't coming. Didn't want to.
Okay, wow.
I'm never getting my hopes up for that man again. I've been burned too many times. Never again.
So that is that's not there. That was a Royal. What did you think about the whole pay-per-view overall anyway?
I had a lot of fun watching it. It was cool. Shocking ending to events that nobody saw coming.
No, yeah, with Jey Uso and that, like, loads of people were guessing, like, loads of people were so adamant it was either going to be Punk or Cena, which obviously then, like, they obviously not sort of done that way, have they?
I thought Punk, I thought Cena, I thought Roman, I thought Rollins, McIntyre, Zayn. Either of those, I was like, all right, this doesn't really shock me. Well, did you hear what James said when he was backstage when they were going through it?
No, what?
He said they were like, all right, the final four, and they brought him in, and he looked around the room and saw who it was, and it was Cena, Logan, and Punk, and Uso's like, all right, well, I ain't winning this one.
Apparently, he even said that he literally found out like 10 minutes before the match or something that he was winning it or whatever, you know.
And he didn't tell his dad, and I know, knowing his dad, I've met that man. His dad was bugging out.
Yeah, probably, yeah. But no, he even said that he literally found out like literally just before they went into Gorilla who was winning.
That's how you avoid spoilers, because I Show Speed would have been there with a camera and been like, wait, who's winning?
Well, I noticed it. So as soon as they brought I Show Speed out, that's then when we started getting all the surprises. Because obviously I Show Speed came out, and then we then started getting all the surprises. So I reckon they wanted to put him in that match purposely, get him speared out.
So you wouldn't stop spoiling. Okay.
Yeah, so that's the thing. So like where they obviously realised that he was on there, I think he was planning to be in there anyway. But obviously, like they put in that number so that it was, because if you notice, it was all the announced ones before him. and that like the mid carders and that before him. Whereas then, like, you know, if he was still in Gorilla after he'd been in there, then he would have spoiled Hendry at 15. You know, he would have spoiled, you know, all the other ones then and stuff.
So
like
nothing,
that. So
nothing after like entrant 8 got spoiled.
Yeah. After he got speared, his stream went off. He didn't do any more after that. So you know,
because he was in the hospital.
Yeah. So yeah. Well, but yeah. So that's what it was. But the entire women's Royal Rumble, he literally spoiled all the entrances coming out from number 1 all the way through because he was literally sat in Gorilla doing all that. So, you know, but I say sat in Gorilla, he was stood around on there. But talk about ISO Speed anyway as well. Did you see some of the videos that he done with it?
Did you see
during the Rumble night?
No, but did you see his leg after the fact?
Yeah, afterwards, yeah.
After what Otis did to him?
Yeah. But no, there was one video of his which I found quite funny. He was backstage in that, and he was, you could see he was in production. He was in the production area. John Cena was stood right in the middle of the room, and I showed Speed walked in and was like, "I'm meant to be meeting John Cena. Has anyone seen him?" And he kept walking past him and like brushing into him and that. And Cena was literally like waving at him, like, "I'm here, I'm here, I'm here," you know, like talking and stuff like that. And I showed Speed was just like, "Has anyone seen John Cena?" I literally cannot see John Cena at all. And everyone's literally looking at Cena as well. And he's just like, I literally can't see that. I can't see him in that. And Cena just shouted at him. Cena just goes, "Speed," like that. And Speed literally just falls down on the floor, jumps up, basically like flips up and that. And he goes, "Ah!" And then, like John Cena just went, "Oh, bugger this," and just walks off. So he didn't even get to interview him anyway because he was doing the stupid bloody thing of "Where's Cena?" for it. But no, he met like loads of them there. And he also told Dominic Mysterio backstage that he's too flirty in WWE. He told Dominic that he's too flirty and that he's too much of a ladies' man in the business, basically. So, which is quite funny. That was whilst Dom had Liv hanging off of his shoulder, obviously, for that one.
Yeah.
But yeah,
he's a ladies' man.
Yeah. But so that was a Royal Rumble event. That was pretty cool. Obviously, the next pay-per-view officially that we've got coming up is NXT Vengeance Day. We'll obviously go fully into that next week when there's been more announced. But I'm just thinking we'll quickly run through some of the matches that have already been announced. So we've got the NXT Championship match between Obafemi, Austin Theory, and Grayson Waller. I can see the turn happening there.
Yeah,
I can see that.
I think that's the only reason this match is done because
I mean,
obviously retaining.
Yeah, I mean, I can see that somebody actually brought this up the other day. Actually, is a good point. Is Triple H has failed to do the turn on main roster because they can't physically fit it in. So this is the best way. You know, Shawn Michaels finally has to get it done. You know, HBK steps up and turns around and says, "You can't get the turn done. You can't get them turning on each other. Hold my beer. You know, I'll get it done for you, Hunter." You know, obviously sort of does it that way. So I can see that's that one there. NXT Women's Championship match. We have Julia versus Bailey versus Roxanne Perez.
2 triple threats.
2 triple threats for it. But then this is
with
NXT
maybe Cora getting added. Maybe.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, maybe. Yeah,
I could see it.
Yeah, I think because obviously, isn't it Bailey versus Cora this Tuesday coming up? So I mean, I expect something will probably happen after that. Yeah.
I didn't know that officially got announced. I heard Bailey say.
Bailey obviously turned around and said, "I won that bitch," and Ava turned around and said, "Which one?" And then obviously then like, that was quite funny actually. Yeah, which one?
I didn't know. NXT. What's next Tuesday's date?
I have no idea.
Oh, it'll be a lot.
I have no idea. But yeah, no, yeah, they but yeah, so they basically, I'm sure Ava turned around and said that it's Bailey versus Cora on Tuesday coming up this week. Correct.
That's not.
I'm sure it was anyway.
I don't. Oh yeah, it's D'Angelo. Why did they not do this match at Vengeance Day? D'Angelo versus Holland. Steel cage. Like what?
Dunno.
I get they want people to watch NXT. But yeah, Cora Jade versus Bailey. Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe something happens there and Cora gets thrown in.
Probably, maybe. Yeah, for that one. So, and then the only other match announced then, well, no, there's 2 more matches announced, sorry. The only other 2 matches announced then is for the Women's North American Championship, which is Fallon Henley versus Stephanie McCaw. And it then says as well, Ethan Page versus Javon Evans if Evans gets cleared in time. So that's
So
obviously Evans is going to get cleared. Evans will be cleared and stuff. Yeah. One major talking point whilst we're on NXT is obviously we had a massive return on NXT this week. Lexus King was in the ring with his Heritage Cup, and Fandango showed up, which was quite a nice surprise for that one, obviously. So yeah, obviously that's part of the TNA crossover.
What's his name? BRC. What's his name?
I can't remember what his TNA name is now.
Fandango on NXT.
Hang on. No, hang on. Bear with. He is. I can't remember what he's called now. JDC, because he's Johnny Dango Curtis. So it's JDC. Yeah. That's what it is.
That could be something. I don't know.
So So that's what it is. So he is challenging Lexus King for the Heritage Cup as well. I can see maybe they're going to do something else there, because with him teasing, I picked this up. He's teasing the system now. The system, their leader is Moose. Now everyone wants Moose in TNA, even if it's just that little crossover thing. I can see them bringing Moose in for it, because Fandango brought up the system and everything like that. You know, that opens the door to Angelina Love to come on in. You know, all the ones that are in there. So, and that all the big names in that you would think of in TNA, if they brought them into NXT, those ratings will shoot up for it. They will do. Because let me just remind myself of it. So in the system then on there, so you have Moose obviously is the leader. You know, Brian Myers, which is obviously he was caught Curtis Hawkins, wasn't he, or whatever his name was on that in WWE. Eddie Edwards, which everyone wants to see, Alicia Edwards, and then obviously Johnny Dango Curtis. You've got that one. You know, that could be pretty good if they obviously bring them in, basically, to them in. And like I said, if they actually brought Moose in, that would be pretty good. And that if they brought Moose into the company, I can sense that happening, because they've teased him a few times and everyone wants him. The crowd and that have been asking for Moose and everything, and you know, doing Moose chants and stuff like that. Now, you know, just imagine that, and then like maybe they say have Lexus King go over to TNA to challenge Moose or something like that. That'd be pretty good, especially for Lexus and that for it. But I mean, that's that one there. But yeah, so that's everything there. Join us next week's show. It will be NXT Vengeance Day preview.
Yeah, hopefully we have more matches announced by then.
Well, I don't know, because NXT they're normally pretty short, and that is 5 matches already. 4 or 5 matches already announced for it. So I mean, that's normally what an NXT card is. 2 triple threats, and then we've then got the Paige Javon, and then obviously we've got the other one as well, which is the North American Championship. So that's 4 already.
That's on the pay-per-view, or is that on the
that's on the pay-per-view. No, that's on the pay-per-view show. It says here, as part of the pay-per-view, it says the North American Championship match between Fallon Henley and Stephanie McCall. It's part of Vengeance Day. So
interesting.
That's on there, yeah. So I mean, it could be I can possibly see one more being added. One more match basically being added. Maybe for the tag titles again or something, or I don't know.
Oh yeah, there's a triple threat match next week. Yeah, it's got to be something.
Yeah, so there'll be something else added, but don't forget, obviously, it's NXT, and NXT pay-per-views are normally only five matches long for it, if anything, because of course they normally have less matches but more quality to the matches, if you get me. So that's so that's the thing. So that's what I'm thinking is that they maybe do that. That's what. God, sorry, I just yawned. That's what I'm thinking of. So that one there. So yeah, shorter show this week, as normal. But in the last couple of shows, we have gone over the hour mark because, of course, we've had guests on and everything. Never know. Next week we might, because it's a pay-per-view week, we might obviously invite some guests on. We might have back our 3-man booth or our 4-man booth next week. We don't know yet. We're thinking about that one. Made that decision, but yeah. So don't forget, as the ticker down at the bottom of the screen says, don't forget to like and subscribe. to myself and Bobby's breakdowns this time as well. So I haven't spell it out. See, I've actually put them on the bottom of the screen so everyone can see that. Bobby's got his signs there. Hit the like button and subscribe to that. And so another successful show. Like I said, it's a shorter show, but this makes up for all the other ones. For all the other long shows
we had a long one last week.
Yeah, we had a massively long one last week. So that's something there. And we will see you next week for the pre-Vengeance Day show picks and a review for that one, and possibly, hopefully, lots of news next week when it comes to it. Because that's the thing that's short the show this week. There's not been a lot of news because the main thing this week's been 2K25, which is obviously coming out and stuff like that. So that's one other thing as well. Do not forget to check out my pinned tweet on Twitter, which is our 2K25 giveaway. Once this channel hits 1K, we will be giving away a copy of WWE 2K25 on a platform of your choice. So whether that's PlayStation, thing whatever. No. Which will either be
live on
PlayStation, Xbox, or whichever platform you're on. We can do it that way. For you, it will obviously be the digital copy of it, not the actual physical, because we don't want to take your address and start sending you things in the post because that could be rather weird. So we will see you next week. This is Zero signing out,
and I'm Bobby. We'll see you next week for Vengeance Day, baby.
Vengeance Day. Goodbye.